Welcome back to Five or Flop, a podcast for the best and worst historical fiction has to offer. I'm your host, Erin.
And I'm Grace, and here we are back with our second bonus episode of Season 2.
And this week we are reviewing The Other Boleyn Girl, the movie version.
Yes, so we talked a lot all throughout the season that a lot of the books we read had adaptations, just by nature of doing bestsellers.
Yes.
That's what you're going to get. So we knew we could not watch every movie, especially because so many of them became television series. We're going to talk about that in a different bonus episode. But we decided to prioritize which film we wanted to watch, and we definitely wanted to watch The Other Boleyn Girl.
This one simply seemed like the most fun, and also I think the most stacked cast.
Absolutely. It was high budget. Like, they had Natalie Portman and Scarlett Johansson in the titular roles of Anne and Mary Boleyn, respectively. But they were already famous when they were in this movie. They also had in the movie Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Garfield in a mostly completely cut from the film role.
I don't think we saw him at all.
Well, he was supposed to be I looked this up after. He was supposed to be George Boleyn's gay lover.
Oh, yes.
And then they cut that plot line. So you can just sometimes see him in the background wearing period clothes, but he doesn't have any lines.
That's incredible. Okay.
Yeah. And Eddie Redmayne, all pre-famous.
Wow. Okay. I appreciate that context because I really didn't know who was famous and just why they signed up for these small roles. Maybe they just wanted to.
Yes,
but I
and
guess
unfortunately kind of vanishing into the famous ether was the actor who was playing Henry VIII, Eric Bana.
Was he famous? What is he? Flop?
I think he was a flop, unfortunately.
Okay.
He was very handsome, and he did as good a job as possible in the movie. And by that I mean the script he was given was not that great. But, But yeah, this was a rollicking good time of a movie. Of the ones that we had available to us on offer, I think it was one of the top, most, widespread movies, ones that people maybe were more likely to have seen. Mm-hmm. Maybe The Book Thief kind of was, rivaled with that.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I know going into this episode, I told you I had taken notes. I have 4 things written down that relate to the movie and 2 things that I don't know why I wrote them down.
Okay.
I do believe we had a guessing game of who people thought were going to be in it.
Yes.
And people guessed Tom Hanks and Michael Caine because all we told them was that the cast was stacked and we didn't say who. Mm-hmm. And then we had people guess what was going to happen and someone said beheading. So they were right. They were right.
I will say my favorite thing that one of our gathered friends said, I didn't write this down, maybe you did, I don't know, and I'm spoiling. I think it was Jen who said this.
We did share this last week, but go ahead and reshare.
Okay. At some point in the movie, Jen said, I don't know which one is the other Boleyn girl.
Exactly.
And that is the theme.
We should have had her on as a guest host for that episode because she really got it.
So true. We can't wait to have Jen on because she gets to the point.
Exactly.
She understands.
Exactly. So in relation to that, one of the notes I had written down was very, very early in the film, and we did talk about this last week as well because I did just finish editing. 2 weeks ago because we're in bonus time. I did just finish editing. Anne calls herself the other Boleyn girl probably within the first 7 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, so we all had that Leonardo DiCaprio meme moment where you point at the screen.
It was
the title of the movie.
It was so good. How did you feel overall?
Interesting.
Had you seen it before?
No.
Okay, neither had I.
Yes, I had seen stills of it.
Yeah.
Mostly when people were talking bad about the costumes.
Okay.
That
is another one of my notes. Fuck ass outfits.
Yeah. Okay. They were whoever was in charge of the costume designing for this movie, 50% of the time was on normal mode.
Okay.
And then whenever it was their turn to dress Natalie Portman, they were what if the Tudors had invented neon colors?
Yeah. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. I did appreciate, though, the approach that, oh, we need to make this character look like a huge slut. Let's put her in all green.
Oh, yeah.
That's not... I don't normally associate that as, a slutty color.
No, you should have gone red, right?
But in Tudor times...
I guess so.
Yeah. It was a very interesting film. I think we both thought that because the book was already so soap opera, that it was not super necessary for the film to change a lot of things. They could cut some of the unnecessary minutia of the travel times that we talked about with the book. But
unfortunately, we did not find out every meal they ate.
That's so sad. Or even one, I don't think.
I don't even think they showed a single meal.
But they changed a lot.
Yeah.
And to a degree that I think was not helpful to them.
They took out a lot. It felt like the movie was both so long and so short.
Absolutely. Like, within the first 10 or 15 minutes or so, the sisters are at home. Like, Mary has just gotten married to Benedict Cumberbatch, her first husband. And you're like, okay, this is as expected. Like, great. And then their dad or their uncle or whoever comes in and is like, the king is coming to stay. And you're like, okay, fine. And they're like, and Anne, we want you to seduce him. And you're like...
Yeah, it does not follow the book at all.
Yeah. And then, well, crucially, in the book, neither of them are set out to seduce him.
Yeah,
he just gets interested in one of them, and they maximize, you know. But then Anne fails in her mission by making the king fall off of his horse and down a cliff.
Yeah, he does almost die immediately, which would have really changed the entire movie.
Yeah, and it is extremely funny because it's like, okay, she's supposed to be this evil mastermind seducer, and on day one, she almost kills the king attempting to seduce him.
She did not learn her lesson either throughout the movie. She just continually is bad.
Yeah. So then he falls in love with Scarlett Johansson because she's, you know, no thoughts, head empty, and he
demure
likes that.
And mindful, please.
Oh my gosh, exactly. And he likes a woman to be demure and not mindful.
Yes.
And then he gets bored of her when she gets pregnant and she can't sleep with him. And then he goes back to Anne.
And also, she only has one kid. So in the book, she has two.
Yes. And that's honestly like kind of whatever. You can skip one of the kids.
Yeah.
But it's not hard to show both of the kids.
No, I'm like, we could have like kept going. I mean.
And also in the book, they make this whole big deal about like, you need to send your husband away. Like, so that the king knows the kids are his. At one point, Benedict Cumberbatch just vanishes from the movie, and then presumably his character dies because then later Scarlett Johansson marries Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah, they just stopped talking about him entirely.
But you haven't seen him, and you're like, I guess he's dead because otherwise, why would she be able to marry someone else?
No, that was very strange.
So maybe they just cut the scene where that happened because Andrew Garfield happened to be in it, and they didn't want to have to pay him.
Yeah, they didn't want to like go into that whole thing.
Yeah.
They really didn't touch on the gay in this movie.
No, which is sad because it would have been very fun to see Andrew Garfield in a silly hat being George Boleyn's gay lover.
Yeah. So I have one note that's kind of a mystery here.
Okay.
It just said, this did not happen in book. Can we guess what
it was? I think I know what it was.
Okay.
I think it was Henry VIII assaulting Anne Boleyn.
That happened in the movie?
Erin, we were all there.
I know. We watched this probably like 2 months ago.
No. Well, in the book, basically... Well, and in real life, Anne was so successful because she kept, like, refusing to have sex with him. So he didn't get tired of her.
It. Yeah, you're right.
And then in the book, she was like, I just, like, Mary, you need to teach me your, like, slut tricks so that I can get around having to have sex with him. And it works. But in the movie, he is basically just like, too bad you're going to have sex with me right now.
Yes,
and I don't care if you don't want to.
That was it. And I do remember it.
And it was very weird.
It was very weird.
It was not a scene that really proved any point because it had already been demonstrated to us as the audience that Henry VIII is not a nice guy.
No, like it didn't. I don't know. I don't think it needed to be there.
No,
I didn't want it to be there.
I think they just wanted to heighten the drama of the film. But they also added a scene where this is like all off screen in the book, well, screen, quote unquote, but they like say it explicitly in the film where Anne Boleyn is like, he can't get me pregnant and I need to get pregnant and I can't have anyone else know about it. So my brother, you're going to have sex with me tonight.
The incest was like a lot. And they wound up in the movie. They didn't go through with it.
No, but they got very like.
And it got to the point that like Jane, his wife, saw them go off together. And that's why she got
wearing like their nightgowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why she got reported for, being an incestuous freak.
Yeah. So they kept with the story, though, that, like, everything that Anne Boleyn was accused of doing was true.
Yeah. Yeah, production value, not great.
No.
Viewing experience, very good. I enjoyed it.
Yes. And also, frankly, Natalie Portman, I can't decide if she did a good job or not.
Anne in the movie was a lot less evil.
I can definitely say she tried very hard.
Yeah.
And that's not an insult. It's just a fact. Like, I respect that. Her accent was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought so.
But they just had her give all of these, like, weird speeches about, like, power and, like, men versus women that were very, like, weirdly philosophical and, like, kind of evil. but not quite 10 out of 10 evil.
Yeah, no, she was not nearly as evil. And I think, like, the assault, and I think seeing that thing with George where she, like, decided not to do it, like, I think that did attempt to humanize her more in the book. Mm-hmm. In the book, she was pretty cartoonishly evil.
Yeah. But also in the book, the thing that they had humanized her the most was that complicated relationship that she had with Mary, because you were seeing her through Mary's eyes. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you know, she's an evil witch and I hate her, but she's my sister, so I love her.
Yeah.
And in the movie, you don't really have that quite so much.
No.
The sense of competition is really de-emphasized.
Yes.
But yeah. All in all, somehow the movie is tackier than the book.
Yeah, and somehow the movie was very long, but also cut out almost everything in the book.
Yeah. So
it felt like.
We were watching it for a long time. I think it is like a standard length, like 2-hour movie. But
it felt a lot fucking longer.
They really simplified the plot, like, to an extreme level. And I think if you just boil down the plot points of the book to, like, you know, script form with, like, not a lot of description and, like, blah, 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 I don't think it would be that long. Like, I know the book is really long.
Yeah.
But a lot of that stuff can go.
A lot of it is them eating food.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It is not the pinnacle of anyone's career who was in it. Let's just say that.
I would hope not for the people that are in it.
Yeah.
It's probably like one of those things, like, you know, when you have had, like, a certain number of jobs, you wind up taking the old ones off your resume.
Aww.
Like, they've definitely taken this one off their acting resumes.
Yeah. Like, when Natalie Portman dies, this is not going to make her obituary.
Well, isn't she also, like, a scientist or something? Didn't she go to MIT?
That's Bridget Mendler.
No, Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman?
Is also a very well... Hang on, now I have to look this up.
Is she mad that she didn't get cast in Lessons in Chemistry?
Natalie Portman education. She has, like, some crazy education, too. She went to Harvard. She has a degree in psychology from Harvard while she was continuing her career. I don't know. She was great in, what was that movie? Black Swan?
Did she win the Oscar for that?
She should have. It was like she just went to Harvard and got one degree. She didn't get all the degrees I said she did.
Okay, well, still.
But she did
I've never been to Harvard.
She did it while being in Star Wars, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, because she went from 1999 to 2003. Star Wars Episode 1 came out in 99. Star Wars Episode 2 came out in 2002. So, I'm impressed.
So she was booked and busy.
Yes.
Okay.
I am impressed.
It's giving R.F. Kuang a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. So Bridget Mendler is still more impressive. However, I'm not going to dock a woman's education.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm not going to say that Natalie Portman is not a better actress than Bridget Mendler, because I think I would say that. Sorry, Bridget.
Yeah, I would agree. However...
We still are proud of you.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the thing that we hated the most about the Other Boleyn Girl movie was that it did not feature Hugh Jackman.
I agree. I think Hugh Jackman would have been great, actually, in several roles. I think he's a big enough actor that he could have been King Henry.
Yes.
However, I would have loved to see him as the husband that simply went away, Benedict Cumberbatch. I think that would have been more in line with Snowflower.
You're right. Like a role that's like, Ariana, what are you doing here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted. That's what we needed.
Once we do, like, enough seasons of the pod that we have watched, like, a lot of adaptations, then we can have a whole bonus episode dedicated to if Hugh Jackman was in all of the movies, who would he play?
And also, we spent apparently a very long time last episode discussing who Jonathan Bailey would play in different movies of the pod. Who would Jonathan Bailey be in this movie?
He could be the third husband.
I would say he would be George Boleyn.
He would eat that up.
Because he would do so well in that role.
He would eat that up.
And they would actually let him be gay.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like also part of his being the main, like, a successful mainstream actor now is he's had, like, a lot of roles. Like, he famously just did Fellow Travelers, which was gay. But he has done a lot of famously straight roles, so Bridgerton and then Wicked. So he could really use those skills to be both gay and in love with his sister.
Oh, God.
To play George Boleyn.
I mean, yes. I do think you're correct.
He has the acting chops.
He does.
Yeah. Bummer for both of them that we didn't say either of them could be Henry VIII, even though...
No, I did say Hugh Jackman could. I wouldn't want him because I would want him in a reflective role as... a role that reflects...
i.e. Snowflower.
Yes, of his Snowflower legacy. So I do think he would eat as the king.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe he should be some kind of, like, court jester so he could sing a song.
Okay. Yes, agreed. I think you are correct for that. I know we've said that a lot of these books have had movie adaptations. We've also have a lot of miniseries. Would you have preferred this as a miniseries?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, first of all, if we could watch The Tudors...
First of all, I've tried to stream The Tudors and I can't find it anywhere.
Then that would be a great comparison.
Yeah.
I think...
I had really wanted to watch it in time for this recording, but...
I don't think The Other Boleyn Girl needs to be a miniseries. Unless it was like one of those ones from the 70s that was like only 3 nights and they did it 3 nights in a row.
That could be fun.
Like, I don't think you need like 8 episodes of The Other Boleyn Girl. I think they would really draw out like the boring political parts.
However, doesn't Philippa Gregory have like a bunch set in this universe?
She does.
Could you do like series, like a couple episodes of like different characters?
You definitely could. Well, she's actually had, I think she's had a couple books become Other Stars miniseries.
Oh.
About like different characters.
Okay.
And because they're on Stars, I can't watch them.
Yeah, no.
So I've never seen them and I don't know if they're any good.
Okay.
But she does have some miniseries, so actually we should try and find one somewhere and compare.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
I do think The Other Boleyn Girl would make a great movie. I don't think it was made into a great movie.
Yes. It has the potential to be a really good movie.
It was made into an entertaining movie.
Yes. It was made very much in that genre of, I forget what exact year it was, but like that year of movies. Like
I think like 06 or 08.
Like the 04 to 08 movie period. I feel like movies were generally not good then.
Well, here's the other thing though. I feel like if someone decided to make an Other Boleyn Girl movie this year, I don't think it would be good either. I think the one that we watched was like just a little too schlocky. I think someone would try and make it too serious.
I was going to say it'd be too like feminist girl boss.
Yeah, I want it to kind of straddle the line.
Yeah.
I want it to be like fun and exuberant, but not like straight up silly.
Yeah,
I don't think when they made it, they were going for silly, but that's where they arrived.
Across. That is how it came across.
Yeah, but I don't want like to redeem any of the people, and I also don't want it to be like for them to try and make it like a Game of Thrones political moment. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just don't know who I would point to make my Other Boleyn Girl adaptation the way that I want it.
Of celebrities who are big now, who would you cast as the 2 women? And this is a hard question because I didn't have answers prepared either.
Okay, I'm going to say a wild card first.
Okay.
George Boleyn should be Timothée Chalamet.
Okay, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it. Was not part of the question I asked of who should be the 2 girls.
No, but that just came right to mind. Well, because I was thinking about Florence Pugh, who I feel like would do a good job, but I don't know as who.
I think she could be Jane.
Yeah, you're right.
I think she could be Jane.
You're right.
I feel like they'd want us to throw Zendaya in there. Zendaya, I don't see her as any of them.
No, I don't think so either.
I could see, what was the name of the actress who was the new Little Mermaid?
Oh, Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey would be Mary.
She would.
Rachel Zegler would be Anne.
I don't know if her career could take that. People are already so mean to her.
People are really mean to her because she's cast with really bad co-stars. However, when she was the voice actress on the podcast La Princesa de South Beach, which Santiago and I binged listened to on a car ride, those were her glory days.
It always comes around to La Princesa de South Beach.
It really does. We bring it up a lot. I think she would be really good as Anne.
No, I think she would too. She has not really gotten to be anyone evil.
No, and I think she'd be really good at it.
Yeah. This would give her, a chance to like eat that up.
I like her a lot. I really hate the wig they put her in for Snow White. It looks so bad. I don't know if you've seen the trailer yet.
I have. It's giving Lord Farquaad very much.
It's not a good look for her, and she's a very beautiful woman. And
and her outfit doesn't look good either, so there's no...
Like, there's only so much they were going to change with the outfit. But I'm like, you could have done, like, much different hair.
Yeah. People are parting their hair down the middle now.
I know.
It's the style. So the Other Boleyn Girl movie, 5 or flop?
I think it's like what I said about Bridgerton, the book. Definitely a flop, but I had so much fun.
Agree. I do not wish that I had the time back that we spent watching it.
No, because it was a great time.
However, it was not a good film.
No, objectively not a good film.
So, There we go. Did we pick it maybe to make up for the lack of flops within the actual season? Perhaps.
We had too many good books, and I'm worried. Okay, I'm worried with our back to school theme that I'm going to be too nice and judging everything. And I'm like, oh, it's so cute, 5. But I tried to get a little harsher on the 2 I just finished reading.
Yeah, we're going to have to really examine our scoring metric because I feel like we can't really score just like on how much we liked it because the books are not meant for us.
No, I do think, okay, we can keep this on the pod. I do think we need to adjust our star calculator maybe, and I think we should factor in, because of the target audience, like an educational.
That's a good one.
Like, how educational is it? Because I think that's an important part of it.
Okay, so. We'll tinker. We'll
play with it. We'll play around. We'll see. Sorry, I'm trying to find the list of our next bonus episodes. Oh, next one is a fun one.
Ooh.
Because it is a triple threat. Not for the pod, but we read Water for Elephants.
Well, for the pod.
Well, we saw the musical for funsies and also for the pod. We saw the musical, and then we made everyone watch the movie.
Next time, you'll get to hear which one of those we think is the best.
All right, and I think we will have some hot takes about the casting.
Probably
not that hot takes. I actually don't know what people thought of the casting when it came out. But anyways.
We'll see.
Until next time.
Happy reading.
Happy ascending to the throne of England. Bye.